Good day, everyone, and welcome to my channel. What you just watched is me trying to make my videos a little bit more cinematic. You know how some of the van lifers, they'll set up their camera and whatnot. I felt really weird because I have never, well, I can't say that I've never done that before, but I've never done that just kind of following my life, so that was really weird. My neighbor actually came out and said hi to me, and when I looked over at him filming myself, he looked at me like I was crazy. But anyway, because I set up the camera, then walked out, and yeah. Anyhow, I was watching a video, a van life video, and it got me thinking that I need to look at it that way. I need to look at it like I'm making a film. That's how I got to look at this. I got to look at this like I'm making a movie. And I need to tap back into that because I've always been into film. I've always been into movies and whatnot. Ever since I was younger, I always daydreamed about making movies. And I used to write little scripts and stuff. And most of it was horror, and my parents would freak out when they find it, and they would throw it in the trash and pour coffee on it. They'd do that with my songs too, and my poetry. They would just destroy them, so I couldn't, and I would just end up rewriting them or whatever. And then as I got older, I did end up me and my buddy, we used to act out movies that I wrote all the time. And then later on in life, we actually got some cameras and actually filmed some stuff. I filmed one movie called My Pathetic Life, which I finished it. We finished filming it, and it was a full movie. It was going to be about an hour and a half long, which is around the time that I like. But that footage got lost. Also, when I was, God, how old was I? I had to have been about 9 or 10. The guy that owned this one video store, he asked my parents if I could work for them, just to get free rentals and whatnot. And they said sure. So I worked for him, stocking shelves and stuff and whatnot. And what was really cool was the video stores, they always get the games and the movies and stuff in early compared to everybody else. So I was playing video games way before anybody else. My favorite time was they got a copy of Super Mario Brothers 3, and I got to play that months before it ever released. And they would ask me, what games they should buy and whatnot. And they would let me check out movies, the preview movies. It would even say at the bottom that this was not for resale or whatever. And that was really cool. And we used to drive up to Chicago to pick up the loads of VHS tapes and all that good stuff. So I had a really good time with that. So my love for movies was always there, and I kind of dived into it, when I was younger. But back then, I didn't have a way to actually edit the film. And when My Pathetic Life got stolen, I kind of just let it, go to the wayside. And then later on, as I got older, I did get another camera and started filming some other videos or films that I had written out. But again, we just never had the equipment to edit the video. So I just stopped with that. I just stopped with the whole movie thing. I just gave up on it and focused more on my music, which was also always around. I was always, wanting to be a musician, wanting to sing and all that stuff. I was always writing songs and poetry and whatnot, but we'll talk about the music later. This is about the movies. So I was always wanting to make movies and whatnot, but just never had the equipment in order to edit the movies. And now, nowadays, that's why when people are like, would you like to go back to the hell no, I wouldn't like to go back to the 70s. Hell no, or the 80s or the 90s. The technology that we have now is amazing, okay? Amazing. And I can make film so good, and I'm just starting to think about that. That that's how I need to look at this, is like making a movie. And so I'm going to try to start doing that whole thing where I set up the camera so you can watch me come out, of my house, and all that good shit. So I'm going to try to start making this a little bit more cinematic. Uh, Now, what happened to all those videotapes? What happened to all the other movies I made? I mean, My Pathetic Life got lost. Somebody stole it. The other movies just kind of sat in a black duffel bag for years. And, well, one day I was like, you know what? That's my past. And I left that behind. So it's probably somewhere in the dump, all those videos, which was probably, what was it? Probably about 5 movies that I made, and they were all finished. They were all filmed. Just never had the equipment to edit, never had the resources to edit. So I just let them go. Will I reshoot those one day? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that, especially now that I have this going on where I'm just kind of filming my life, and doing my thing. But yeah, so that was what that whole beginning was about, was just me, uh, you know, showing off, that, yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to set up a camera and walk in front of it and whatnot. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like when you're working with a script, it's a different thing. My only thing that I got credit ever on was one of my songs, Bangin' the Bong, ended up in a movie called Raymond Did It. That was one of my claims to movie fame or whatever. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird to set up your camera, walk, and then walk back and grab it. And all you're doing is your life, right? All you're doing is getting into your van or, going somewhere. But I'm going to start doing that because I want to start getting used to having the camera in my hand. But yeah, that's all this video is about. Is just about, me talking about how I've always loved making movies, making little short videos and stuff. And I kind of like moved away from that over the years. I mean, it was like 20 years ago when I was making movies, and then I just stopped because I didn't have the equipment, I didn't have the resources to actually edit it and all that good stuff. It's not like I went to college or something for making movies. I never went to college at all. Hell, I barely graduated the 8th grade. Um, so I'm looking at it like this is my chance. This is my chance to kind of make a video, and I'm just gonna make videos of my hometown for right now and the outskirts of my hometown and different stuff. And yeah, that's it. That's what this video is about. So stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.